Package from China. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at the Sega Mini Classic from China. Or it is, in other words, is it? Sega from China. So in the last couple of years I've reviewed so many of these clone systems and some of them were pretty decent, but in the end it was freaking shitty. So in this video I'm just curious what are we going to get. So to begin with, the box, they did quite some effort to, I wouldn't say make a replica, but to make something unique out of it. Because as you can see with the box itself is more like a Sega Mini itself, and I think it's pretty cool. Last year I did a top 10 video of the Sega clones from my friends from China, and the Mini G1 was one of my favorites simply because of the awesome menu and the great soundtracks. And the Mini with the great soundtrack is that emulation was not that bad, but the only flaw it had was that AV out. But nowadays, this console doesn't only have AV out, it also has an HDMI connection. But to be honest, I have really no clue why they call it the Classic Family and Arcade Games. Kinda confusing. So the box, I like it. But let's go to take a close look inside. What are we going to get when it comes to the system itself, of course. The cardboard box is made from very nice quality. Oh, need to pull it out. Come out, get over here. So the system itself, ooh, it's more like a transparent edition. That is really cool. Let's take a close look at it later. So in the box we're going to get a very long and very high quality micro USB cable, AV out. Oh, and even going to get a power supply. Wow! A very long HDMI cable, so far so good. And we're going to get two controllers and those are also transparent. Oh, that is really cool. Let's take a close look at the quality. Most important, the smell test. It doesn't smell chemical. What is going on here? And okay, alright. And this thing feels quite nice. The D-pad, I don't know if you can see it, it's very high, so it plays slightly different than the original one, but when you're feeling all of the buttons, it's just a decent controller with an original connector. So, interesting. Okay, so let's take a close look at the system itself. This thing also contains the save option. You can already see it here at the bottom that we're going to get a battery. Not the biggest fan of it, simply because if your battery goes dead, you're also going to have a problem because your save function is not working anymore. But in the end, it's the same. I would almost say it's identical to the original one. We're having the on and off reset that doesn't do anything. It also says battery save over here. But the transparent version looks really cool. Okay, so let's put it side by side. The left one is the original one and this is the China edition. But you can already see that they are not exactly the same. But you can see that when you're putting them side by side with a different camera angle, you can see that it is completely different. This is more like the Sega Mini, the original one, and this is the Sega Mini edition from a friend from China. So there are quite some differences. And I'm always curious what are we going to get with the emulation. And there is something I need to point out, even that it has the original port, it is not sad that you can use your original Sega controllers. But it is also just great that you can see that they're finally listening to the community. And with the clones they were going to get HDMI function. It's just great. The other connection is the AV out if you want to go really old school. It is a tiny jack version. And yeah, the cable is included, but nevertheless, I think if you're going to buy something like this, come on guys, you buy it for the HDMI functionalities and not for the AV out. Let me know in the comments, where do you buy it for? HDMI or AV out? What I think is very interesting, here at the bottom you can see that we're having some different information. So to begin with, this is the model number, there's the SMD G01. It says just video entertainment console. But the CPU, that is interesting, it says 68,000. Before we're going to turn it on, let's rip it apart and let's see what we're going to get inside. We can already see that it are two PCBs, but still I just want to tear down it and I want to show you guys what you're going to get inside. Alright, okay, let's remove all the screws. Up pickety, and there we have the two PCBs inside. But now we can take a closer look at it and just to see what kind of specifications. This is the on and off switch, the reset is over here. But what kind of chips they are using, that is interesting. Alright guys, so it's time for the ETA Prime moment. I'm not going to be in depth of this board because there are a lot of chips and a lot of stuff going on, but I think the most interesting things are just we're having two separate PCBs. As you can see, this ribbon cable connects both of them. But what I think is really interesting is this chip over here. And over here we're going to get the mini Sega HDMI, and this is just the indication. As you can see, it was made in 2020. I'm guessing this is the 6th month, the 17th day. Nevertheless, it's a quite new product when I'm making this video. But I did some googling about the TCT, the 6803, and when you're looking at this, it's a quite interesting chipset. And they are saying that this chipset is possible to emulate the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis music very well. So it's time to put it back together, hook it up, and just to see how good is this emulation. Oh, and when we're booting it up, check this. Woohoo! RGB disco light inside the Sega Mini. Alright, so this is the playlist of the system itself when you're turning it on. We're going to get this tiny preview. The game list is a mixed bag, like homebrews, some shitty games, but also a lot of naughty games. So when we take a close look at it from game number 20 on, we're going to get alphabetic order. I find it very strange. Also, they used too long, let's say, titles, so they're going to go out of the display. I don't like it, to be honest. It looks all a little bit messy. But yeah, that's what we're going to get. They keep updating the system, but they keep messing up a lot of stuff. So as you can see, a lot of different games. Still, every game has a different preview. I'm very curious how these games are going to play. Here we're having Sonic 1 on page 1 on, one of the final pages of number 1 on 66. It's kind of weird. But okay, so I'm very curious how the games are going to run on the system. We're having save function, so if everything goes like it should be, we can save these games too. Not like a quick load, quick save, but just saving the game.
Come on, let's destroy the piggy.
The animation looks very cool.
Woo!
That's it.
I wanna grab you, piggy. I wanna grab you, piggy. Yeah!
Oh, got the fish right in my butt. That was not good. Does not feel very good. Turbo Sonic, yeah.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Is it me or is it glitching out over here? As you can see, it's not like the original game. That doesn't sound bad at all. Alright. Okay, so the emulation, it's not spot on. I'm thinking that nothing beats the original deal, but it's getting really close. The controller on the system is really good, and I can say I can really enjoy some Sega gameplay. And when it comes with the moves, everything comes out instantly. I love the controllers. So the collectible item that you're going to sell us is this more like this transparent case. As I already seen in the video, it doesn't look like the original one, but it's a fun collectible item. 228 games, and no, you can't add games. What you see, what you're going to get. So yeah, let me know in the comments what do you think of this. I want to thank you for watching, consider subscribing, hit the little bell, and I'll see you in the next video.